is Sally's going to have a very relaxing weekend, and she's decided she just wants to do some planting and do some gardening. So we're just going to have a little play with the plants in her garden. So as you know, I am having to extend my pages. So the easiest way to do it is to use sort of a backing like this, which is all flowers and pink, so that's pretty. And we'll cut off that edge. And I just want to know where I'm getting to. So just there, I think. Because as you can see, I have trouble. As you can see, my pages are getting smaller and smaller. And I probably didn't put them together properly at the start. And one side is bigger than the other. So now I'm on all the little ones. But it's not a problem, because all you do is you just extend the page. It's not a big issue. So if that's happened to you, don't panic. Okay, so that's going to go on. And I found these, which I want to use as little flowers. And I think they're just really pretty. So I'm going to cut some of these out. And what I want to do is make some little pots. And put these flowers in. Because, you know, when you've got a garden, it's just non-stop. You're always doing something, planting or weeding. So we thought we'll have a go at that this week. And I think 3 is a nice number. I've got another one there. They're not very good. They're all right for scraps. This one's nice. It's got a lovely centre, nice shiny centre. And we're going to just cut them out like that. I don't know where these have come from. They're just out my scrap box. So I've got to make some little pots, and I did have this. I've got bits and pieces to this side. I've just got all these scraps, and we're just going to pick from. We may need that needle threader, you know. And I'm wondering if I can use this as a pot in some way. So if I sort of cut a pot shape, I could just do wavy. Could do a wavy pot. Probably look a bit weird. No, I'm going to cut it straight. It just looks weird. But I thought these might be quite cute little pots. And I've still got the flowers if I want to use them. And I need a little tiny one, don't I? Oh, I'm not going to fit them on if I do them that big. I may have to make them smaller. Let's just do one more, because I've got 3 flowers. Let's just cut that. Okay, so how small are they going to have to be? Oh, do it the right way up, Carol. So let's just... And you can use anything to make your pots. There's no rules. We don't do rules. Nobody has time for rules. Let's have a couple of little ones and a big one. And put them bits into there. And I thought maybe she's got all her pots. And we're just going to do some flowers. Because... And I might even do some butterflies. So these are going to go sort of like this. What do you think? Should we just stitch? Let's just stitch. That's what you came here for. Watch the stitching. Okay. We won't do that first. We'll do the pots first. And I've threaded all my needles, so I'm ready to go. Oops, I've got them a knot in the wrong place, but you know. Oh, I think I've tied a knot in both ends. So that's probably not a good idea. Do have 2 knots. Okay, let's do this little one in the corner. And as I stitch, obviously, I'll be stitching this down. I've chosen the most difficult one, haven't I? I'm going to do this one over here. And this is going to be a very relaxing and no pressure page. It's going to be very simple. I need to get back to simple. I'm getting far too complicated. Far too complicated. And Sally's had so much excitement the last few weeks. She really needs to just get out in nature and have a bit of a recharge of her batteries. And gardening always does that for me. I've got to put my peas up today. That's my job in the garden today. They're getting too big for the little plug pots. And I haven't got a trellis. So I've either got to go to the shop and buy one, or my other plan is to just get some of my garden twine and tie it to the fence. The problem is it's my neighbour's fence. And I don't think he'll be bothered because his garden is a bit of a mess. And I don't think he's really that worried about his fence. So I might get away with it. The trouble is I've filled the trough up with all the dirt now, and I can't move it without taking all the dirt out again. So I really don't want to do that. Oops. Oh, here we go. Let's just pop a pin in that. It's just moving a bit, and I don't really want it to be shifting. It's moved a little bit, I think, already. Right, we'll just hold it while we get another one on. And I'm just going to go straight to it. I'm not going to, I mean, I'm not worried that my book is getting a bit wonky. It's what it's all about, isn't it? Bit of wonky, relaxed stitching. I'm looking forward to seeing what garden ideas you come up with. Are your characters going to grow some more for their garden? Or maybe they'll visit a garden centre. Or go and visit a stately home garden. I don't know. Or the park, maybe. Oh, we did go to the park, so we probably wouldn't go back again. But, just whatever you like. Copy mine. Take inspiration and do it yourself. Do your own way. And we'll just have a little bit of a sit and a chat and just some stitching, just to relax after our busy week. Well, mine's been busy. I'm sure you've all had busy weeks as well. We do seem to do more than we should. We try and fit so much in. Right, I'm going to have to finish and start again because I can't stretch it that far. I've already stretched it across once. And I'm sure it'll be fine because I'm going to be putting these 2 pages together, obviously, same as I've done in the rest of the book. Oh, we just got one more pot to put on. And then we'll do the flowers. And then we'll see what else we want to add. I'll keep it low down because I might need some room to put other stuff. Oh, this is going to be tricky. It's right in the corner. And I have moved it, so that's annoying, isn't it? Oh, this is just quite tricky. Next time I do this, I'm going to make my pages a bit better, and maybe make them out of something that I can stitch straight onto. A thicker fabric maybe than the thin cotton. Don't know. That's fine for Just Because books because you add so much. But when you're doing a little storybook like this, adding another layer isn't always what you want to do. But because I've made a mess of my pages, that's what I've got to do. Which is, you know, you work around things. Oh, let's move you out the way. There's always a way to solve things, whether it's stitching or anything else, really. And you know that I'm going to be doing a stem stitch up for my stalks. Stalks? Yes, stalks. You know, sometimes when you say a word and you don't think it's the right one, and you stop and you think, oh yeah, that was the right word. So, of course, all your stitching now for these 2 pages are going to be hidden when you stitch these pages together. I'll show you what I mean. So we're doing this page, and this was the other page. It's maybe a bit big. We'll just trim it when we're finished. So, oh, I added a swing. I loved them. The ones that we've shared on the Facebook group. And there were swings and slides, and I couldn't fit them all in. I could do a slide here, but I thought I just wanted to do a swing. My picnic blanket is huge compared to the swing, but you know. So what was I saying? Oh yeah, about the pages. You can see how I've had to extend it there. And when you put these 2 together, you don't see any of your stitching. This is why I do my books like this, because you can make as much mess on the back as you like. So now I'm thinking maybe we could do really tall flowers and have maybe we could have our butterflies flying around them. Now I was going to do sunflowers, and then I found this lace and I thought, oh, do you know what, that's so pretty. I'm going to use that. I'm just going to go round the middle and take that out because I'm going to be catching that upside down, because as you know I can only stitch in one direction. I don't know if that's a thing. Double check I'm only going through one layer and not through my picnic page as well. And I'm going to leave the edge. You could do this if you haven't got these or any pictures of flowers. You can always make yo-yos as your flower. They would look really cool. I could do a yo-yo. Maybe we'll have a little, you know, an odd flower. We could put some at the bottom. I think I've got some really tiny ones. This is just ordinary sewing machine cotton. Let's get the yo-yos and see if that would work. I have doubled this up. Right, I've got my yo-yos in a little pot somewhere. Let's see if I can find them. I'm just using up my scraps and I sit and stitch them. So we can either use these or we could put them in the centre. If we decided, I'll have to find one without a button on it because I've tended to put buttons on all of mine. I could take the button off or I found one without. That could be one flower with like a few different flowers coming off it. Maybe these are the yo-yos. Oh, have I got another one? I have. They're very big. I don't want them that big. I need the little ones. Oh, I haven't got any colours left now that I like. I do like the purple. Maybe we could get away with those. I'm sure I had little tiny ones. I did. Maybe these were the tiny ones. Sure I did teeny tiny. I must have used them all. I'll have to make some more. What do we think? Should we put them on? I quite like them. I know. It's a very multicoloured page, which is not like me at all. And these, I'm going to put here. And why not? Why not? I mean, this could be Sally in her greenhouse, growing her new flowers, ready to go out into the garden. And just find things you might already have that you haven't used. Oops, that's a bit tough there. Just use them up. Let's pop the other one on. Where did it go? How about we put this one up there? Maybe. No, I still want them like a bit 3D. It's going to be quite a 3D page, I think. We'll just go round the centre. And I'm turning my book again. Oh my goodness. You must get dizzy watching me turn my book round and round. But, you know, that's the way it goes. One more stitch. Forget where I started. Okay. Oops. Push that down. Okay, I don't think we're going to be using that little bit. Okay, now of course I haven't got any purple, but I will stitch these down probably exactly the same. I'm going to overlap, but do you know what? That's fine, isn't it? So I've got no purple. What have I got? I've got pink. Maybe I could use pink just to stitch them down. Let's put it here. And I'm just going to go right around the outside. Just like that. Nice, simple page. Anybody can do this one. If you haven't joined in yet, this is a nice, easy one to join in with. Using up bits you've already got, or cutting out shapes from fabric. Finding bits of lace with flowers on. Even if you're not putting it in a book, I think it's a nice little page to do. And if you've got some pre-made yo-yos, you're halfway there. I didn't even know I was going to use the yo-yos, but do you know what? I think they're going to be really cool. Just start stitching is my recommendation. It's just start, because as you stitch, you'll be getting ideas about what to do next. Oh, or tie big knots in your page. Come on, undo. Why are you tangled up? There's no reason for you to be tangled up. You're just being a nuisance. I had a lovely little video chat with my daughter, and I can't say it was a chat with Millie, but she's very active now. She's crawling all over the place. She's walking. She can do about 10 steps when she's in the mood. Sometimes she'll do 3 or 4 and then just get down because it's quicker to crawl. But it's so fun seeing her. And she was out playing with all her outside toys. Little car. Oh, it was just so lovely. I don't know what we'd do without sort of videoing and social media when your grandchildren live the other side of the world. But, you know, it is what it is. Let's put the other one on. Right, I've got to be careful because I've got to stitch these pages together and I don't want this to be in the way of stitching. I mean, I could put it up there. It could be a really tall one. Let's put it up there. Why not? Not quite on the same level as that one. Maybe it's in there somewhere. Oh, this is just coming out so nice. I'm really happy how this is coming together, considering I had a little plan and a tiny little vision. Let's go round and round. I mean, you can embellish these a bit more. You can do more stitching on them, but I'm not going to do that with you today. We're just making a little page and using up some supplies. We're nearly there. Going underneath this one. The other one went over the top. And so do let me know if you're having a go. And if you want to post your photos on the Facebook group, there's just a couple of really easy questions to answer, just so that I know you are actually one of my subscribers and you're, you know, part of the Wonky stitching crew. Because we want to keep it as nice as our channel. We don't want any, what do you call it? Like, I'm not saying trouble. I'm thinking, what's the word? I can't think what the word is, but you know what I mean. We just want to keep it sort of lovely and friendly and inspiring. Look at that. That's so cool. I'm loving it. I need some green, don't I? Right. All I'm using are these out of here. but I think I need more green than that. Got this green. That's not going to last very long, is it? It's only a tiny piece, which is what I've got in there. So let's just, I've got a massive big needle. It's got a nice big eye. Let's use this for that little tiny one on the end. And we'll do a little bit of a stem stitch down there. We'll come up. We'll come up from the pot. I feel it's appropriate. Keep your loop to the side. This is like one of my favourite stitches now. We are going to learn another one. That's coming up very soon. But I think our next video is the Catronaut. I've added the cat to my to my landscape. Ow! Ow! To my cityscape. Concentrate, Carol. You've got a needle. So I think that's the video that's coming up on Wednesday, because I'm going to try and start doing 2 videos a week. So there'll be one on Wednesdays, and we're going to call it Wonky Wednesday. Wonky Stitch Wednesday. I think it's going to be fun. We're going to do all sorts of weird and wonderful stuff on there, and they're going to be shorter videos. The Saturday one will probably stay, you know, this long. However long this is, probably almost an hour by the time I've finished. But the Wednesdays ones are going to be shorter. I'm hoping to keep them to about 20 minutes, but we'll see. I can't promise. They will be edited a bit more, I think. I don't really edit these ones because I've been told. I've been told. I'm sure there's an easier way to do this. I'm sure I used to do this easier, and now I'm I don't understand how I used to do this. I've forgotten. I can't believe I've forgotten. I'm having to do 1 stitch at a time, which is very strange. I know there's a way that I can do more, but this morning, can't think of it, and I'm not going to worry. I will get there. I am chilling, relaxing, and obviously rethreading my needle. Again. No, actually, this is the first time. Where's the eye gone? Oh my goodness me. I think my eyes are getting worse and worse. Right. Oh, it's looking nice. I'm quite enjoying this. This is definitely more my level. I think I was getting very ambitious with all my little things. I'm sort of quite loving doing this nice, simple little picture. So we may come back to doing more like this, rather than all them fiddly little bits that I've got sort of in a weird sort of, I need to do in proper embroidery stitches rut, and that's not me really. I like learning the new stitches, but I definitely don't need to be stressing. They don't look thick enough, do they, to hold them great big flowers? You know what we can do? That's what I should have done. Oh, it's got some thicker wool out. The wool? Wool? It's not wool, Carol. What is it? It's embroidery thread. Oh, not wool. We're not doing it in wool. You've got tons of embroidery thread. Just use that. Are you going to thread? Right. Oh. Okay, so let's... Oops, I don't know what I've done. I think I'm twisted. Hopefully that's all right. I have bought some more of these because I think this is my last one, which is a bit worrying when I need them all the time. I bought a pack of 20 and they seem quite flimsy, so we'll see how they go. I got them on Amazon. As I keep buying them from like Tesco's, and you only get 3 in a pack, and they don't last very long. Right, I've decided these are too thin, so I'm just going to whip stitch around them. And we did this before. I'll try and zoom in so you can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to go up and through these stitches, just to make them look a little bit stronger, because I don't think that this teeny tiny little thing is going to hold up this big flower. I may have to do some more, or we could just leave it as a bit of fun. I quite like that. I do like sort of whip stitching. It just gives it... Oops, no, we don't want to go through that. There we go. Just gives it something different. And then we'll just go down. I think that looks really cool. I'm not going to do it on the other one because it's really tiny. And this needle is very, very thick. Well, it had to be to get this cotton on. So what we're going to do is do the other bit. I'm collecting bits. Let's move them. So I'm going to come up and I'm going to go out to the sides as well. So same stitch. Now, how did I do it before? I'll move my thread over. Okay, so I think I came up and then down. Did I? Is that how I did it? Goodness knows. Let's have a look, see what happens. Is that right? Yeah, only I've not left a loop, so I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure, guys. I'm just going to do it one stitch at a time like I did before. But this is definitely looking a bit thicker. So note to self, do more strands when you're doing flower stalks. There we go. Ooh, there we are. Right. We're going to have to finish and then go back down, aren't we? This is a really blunt needle. Oh dear, come on. Hopefully I've only gone through the top layer. We're only doing that once. Yeah, it's quite a blunt needle, so I'm going to leave quite a long little thread. Hopefully I've got enough, because this is all I've got of this. I'd have to go and find something sort of similar. Oh, come on, knot up. Got it? Got it. So what we want to do now is another sideward stitch, coming maybe from here and going up to, I'm still going to go up, and I'm going to head towards that centre there, and it's only going to take a couple of stitches. Like this. Okay, we are running out of thread. Wish me luck that I can get this done, otherwise it's going to look very weird if I have to do a different colour for the other one. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Right, where are we going to go from? It's got to go just above that one, hasn't it? I'm going to split the stitch. This is when it's likely to come unthreaded. This one's going to bend a little bit. Hopefully you can make that work. Right, I'm just going to try and come up there. I didn't leave much of a loop. Oh, we've just about done it, I think. And then just hide my last stitch underneath there, like that, and tie it off again. There's a lot of movement today. A lot of movement on the page, backwards and forwards. Okay, I think we've used that one now. That was a little scrap, so we've used that up. Oh, how cute is that looking? Now we need some leaves. We need leaves. I'd keep calling them leaves. They're not leaves. They're leaves. Leaves. And I'm going to do them chunky. Oh, do I have to try and use that needle again? Oh. We'll give it a go. Needles get blunt really fast. Okay, now what stitch did we do for the leaf? It was like a sort of satin stitch, wasn't it? So I think what we did we go up? Oh my goodness, I'll tell you, my memory is just absolutely awful. I can't remember. I'm going to have to get my book out or watch my video. And I think we went up. And then I'm only going to do a little one. And something like this. And then we sort of did both sides. Maybe this isn't right. Maybe it'll look like a leaf when I've finished. Who knows? Maybe not. I'm going to go over the top of that, I think. Just to hold it down. Aha! There's little tiny stalk and little tiny leaves. I think I've got cat fluff in there. How is it possible that I still have cat fluff? Okay, and then we'll do another one maybe here. I don't want to bore you. So I'm only going to do a couple. I may add some more afterwards. You know, downtime stitching. It should be all right for stitching it up. Okay, let's see if I can do this again. So, sort of up. Not too high up, otherwise it doesn't have a point. And then just sort of each side. I don't know. I'm sure there's a better way. If you're coming here for a tutorial on how to do things, this probably isn't it. Because I've forgotten. I have done it before. It has now gone from my head. Maybe we need to practice this one. The leaf stitch. And that looks like there's a big blob in it somewhere. Oh, no, not there. Let's go sort of here. Is that better? No, here. Oh, they're super cute. Right, I'm going to just tuck it in at the back because I may do a few more. I don't know. So I'm just going to leave it there a minute. Oh, I'm really loving how that's turned out. I think I like simple, and I think that's the way I've got to go forwards. Let's see. So, big bit at the bottom and a little bit at the top. It's a very fat butterfly. I've made a fat butterfly. Have you ever seen a fat butterfly? Okay, a bit more off there. Oh, this is fiddly. All right, let's just bring those in a bit. That's a bit better, isn't it? Do you think up here? I don't know where he'll go anywhere else. It could be down there, but I think he's sitting up there, don't you? So I need a bit of yellow. Oh, I think I might need more than that. There's some yellow. And we're just going to stitch him down as well. In fact, let's use a different colour. And let's just stitch and put that away because I don't know what that come out for. Let's just stitch down the centre. And leave it loose because this is quite a 3D sort of picture. A 3D stitching. What do you think? Oh, I quite like it like that. And of course, he has to have his little antennae things. I've got no black. I'll have to have a little mooch in my jar. Oops, got a little loop. Got a little loop. That is still there for doing leaves. Oh, there we go. Look at that. Okay, let's just very quickly, this is the last little bit now. We're just going to make him a couple of little and what have I done? Antennae. I'm going to come out here. I shouldn't have gone back there. Now I'll go back like that. I'm going to go exactly on it, otherwise it's going to look really weird. Oh, I'm at the top of the page now, so that's just going to have to be it. It was going to be longer. Little French knot on the top. Super cute. Let's just do the little French knot there. So I hope you feel chilled out. And if you want more Sally's storybook, or you think you might have missed some, then I'll leave the link to the playlist at the end of the video so you can go and check out any you might have missed. Bye.